Hello, folks. Hope you're doing well. I apologize for the wait since my last upload. I'd like to establish a weekly pace for these videos. In fact, that's been my intent from the get-go. But as it happens, various circumstances have been interfering recently. So, yeah. Sorry about that. I know there are a few of you out there who've been tuning into this so far, and I'm glad. Let's do it again. Right now.
Nope. Thank you kindly, Twilight, for helping me out. I bet Big Macintosh I could get all these golden delicious in the barn by lunchtime. If I win, he's gonna walk down Stirrup Street in one of Granny's girdles.
No problem at all.
Stirrup Street.
I'm glad the gold
Also, who's Big Macintosh again? The name sounds familiar.
Right? Oh, Spike, you've been lounging on my back all morning while we worked.
Exactly. You two are taking so long, I missed snack time.
I guess we better get some food.
Nope.
I've never heard of a dragon eating fruit before.
Aha! Oh, Spike, that looks delicious. Spike!
Just eat one of the others. You have plenty. Oh god. I wonder how that feels immediately after eating.
It's a letter
Worst acid reflux ever.
Hear ye. Her Grand Royal Highness, Princess Celestia of Equestria, is pleased to announce the Grand Galloping Gala to be held in the magnificent capital city of Canterlot on the 21st day of...
Oh, so is that the capital city?
Cordially extends an invitation to Twilight Sparkle plus one guest.
The Grand Galloping Gala!
Didn't you, just move from there? And look, there it is! Canterlot, I think. I knew I'd seen it somewhere before.
I used to wonder what friendship could be. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure, tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness, an easy
I wonder if this music would feel less girly or more girly. Or equally girly. Without the visuals.
The Grand Galloping Gala!
That looks truly uncomfortable.
Wow, great! I've never been to the gala. Have you, Spike?
No, and I plan to keep it
What,
that
just
way.
on his
I don't
own?
want any of that
How old is he?
frou-frou nonsense.
Aw, come on, Spike. A dance would be nice.
Nice? It's a heap good more than just nice. I'd love to go. Land sakes! If I had an apple stand,
Land
we'd
sakes.
be trying our taste of it till the cows came home. Do you have any idea how much business I could drum up for Sweet Apple Acres? Why, with all that
Huh.
money, we could
So
fix it
they
up.
use gold as currency.
That saggy old rope. And Big Macintosh could replace that saggy old plow.
Oh, right. Big Macintosh is one of her relatives.
Replace that saggy old head.
Okay, well, no shit. He's named after an apple.
Why, I'd give my left hind leg to go to that gala.
Oh, well.
Speaking of which, doesn't Applejack have 500,000 family members? Why is Twilight helping her out with shit?
Grand Galloping Gala, Rainbow Dash. You told me you were too busy to help me harvest apples. What were you busy doing? Spying?
No, I was busy napping.
So
And I just
distrustful.
hear that you have an extra ticket? Yeah, but yes, this is so awesome. The Wonderbolts perform at the Grand.
I don't want to blurt anything out too early, but I think I see where this is going.
Everyone would be watching the sky, their eyes riveted on the Wonderbolts. But then in would fly Rainbow Dash.
I would draw their attention with my super speed strut.
That is a hell of a strut.
Then I would mesmerize them with my fantastic Billy Flash. And for my grand finale, the Buccaneer Blaze.
Is the entire audience female?
The ponies would go wild.
They all look like girls to me.
Would insist that my signature moves be incorporated into their routine, and then welcome me as their newest member.
That's nice and all, but she's kind of ruining their formation symmetry with her rainbow contrail.
You've got to take me. Hold on, there's one pony picking rent here. I asked for that ticket first.
So, that doesn't mean you own it.
Oh, yeah? Well, I challenge you to a hoof wrestle. Winner?
Oh, shit. Pardon me, I'm fairly certain that's not how hooves are supposed to work.
Whoever has the best reason to go should get the ticket, don't you think?
Drumming up business for the farm?
A chance to audition for the Wonderbolts?
Money to fix Granny's hips.
Living the dream! Oh my, those were all pretty good reasons, aren't they?
I feel like Rainbow's fantasy is a little more far-fetched.
I am starving.
Plus, I'm not totally convinced she can perform all those moves. I don't think she's ready.
So I'll think about it over lunch and get back to you two, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Rainbow. You're not allowed to pull your opponent's arm or leg closer to you and put them at a disadvantage. Oh boy.
Wait, these aren't tickets to the Grand Galloping Gala? It's the most amazing, incredible, tremendous, super wonderful, terrifically humongous.
The fuck is she doing?
Always wanted to go. Oh, the Grand Galloping Gala.
Oh my god.
Oh, the Grand Galloping Gala is the best place for me. Hip hip hooray! It's the best place for me, for Pinky. With decorations like streamers and fairy lights and pinwheels and pinatas and pin cushions. With goodies like sugar cubes and sugar canes and
Are we still talking about the same event here?
I get to play my favoriteest of favorite fantabulous games like Pin the Tail on the Pony. Oh, the Grand Galloping Gala is the best place for me. Oh, the Grand Galloping Gala is the best place for me. 'Cause
I'm sorry, but I just don't find any of this endearing. Like, we...
Thank you, Twilight. It's the most wonderfulest gift ever.
Don't even, alright? Don't even.
Are these what I think they are?
Yes, yes, yes! Twilight's taking me the Grand Galloping Gala Gatorlot!
The gala. I design ensembles for the gala every year, but I've never had the opportunity to attend. Oh, this is
That's kind of
great.
insulting.
The culture, the glamour. It's where I truly belong, and where I'm destined to meet him.
Him! Who?
Him. I would stroll through the gala, and everyone would wonder, who is that mysterious man? They would
I'm
look at
still
me
trying to
and
figure out
say,
how formal this gala's supposed to be.
Why, I would cause such a sensation that I would be invited for an audience with Princess Celestia herself. And the princess
But-
would be
but-
so taken
but,
with the style
I mean-
and elegance that she would introduce me to him. Her nephew. The most handsome
Her
elegant
nephew?
unicorn stallion in
By
Canterlot.
blood? Isn't she basically a goddess?
A courtship would be magnificent. He would ask for my hoof in marriage, and of course I would say, yes! We would have a royal wedding befitting a princess, which is what I would become upon marrying him.
Yeah, see, how would that work? I was under the impression that there were only two princesses, immortal princesses, each of whom controls one of the
Party, and
relevant celestial bodies. I mean, what would Rarity do if she was married to this guy? What does he do? Or is there another class of minor royalty? So many questions.
These are perfect. Listen, guys. I haven't decided who to give the extra ticket to. You haven't?
Nice.
Twilight, I would just like to ask, if it would be alright, if you haven't given it to someone else.
You? You want to go to the gala?
Oh,
I'm with Rarity on this one. Wouldn't Fluttershy, like, start hemorrhaging uncontrollably at any social event?
you see, it's not so much the Grand Galloping Gala as it is the wondrous private gated garden that surrounds the dance. The flowers are said to be the most beautiful and fragrant.
Ah, I
in all of
see.
Equestria for the night of the gala, and that night alone will they all be in bloom. And that's just the flora. Don't get me started on the fauna.
The ring's ecosystem is incredibly sophisticated.
Oh my! Hummingbirds that can really hum, and buzzards that can really buzz. When blue jays and red jays and green jays and pink flamingos.
Gee, Fluttershy, it sounds beautiful. Wait just a minute. Rainbow Dash, were you following me?
No, I mean yes, I mean maybe. Look, it doesn't matter.
Smooth.
I wouldn't risk a goody four shoes like you giving that ticket away to just anybody. Wait just another minute.
Applejack, were you following me too?
No, I was following this one to make sure she didn't try any funny business. Still trying to take my ticket.
Your ticket? But Twilight's taking me!
Wow, even Fluttershy looks pissed. Her mood deteriorated fast.
And then I said, oatmeal, are you crazy? Oh.
There's no use in arguing.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Is my
I'll give you
and
that
I'm
one.
gonna make it on my own, and I certainly can't think straight with all this noise. Not to mention hunger. Now go on, shoot.
Okay.
Look at Spike sneaking away with the rest of them.
Don't worry, I'll figure this out. Somehow.
Eh, you got this. You seem to have a good head on your shoulders.
What am I gonna do? All 5 of my best friends have really good reasons to go to the gala. Applejack or Rainbow Dash? Pinkie Pie or Fluttershy?
If I was her, I think I'd honestly just make Spike come with me. Unless he doesn't need his own ticket for some reason.
You made your decision.
I can't decide!
Twilight, he just wants to take your order.
Oh, I would love a daffodil and daisy sandwich.
Do you have any room?
Daffodil and Daisy sandwich.
Okay, I'll have the hay fries. Extra crispy.
What do you think, Spike?
I think we have to try another restaurant. I mean, I like grass just fine, but would it hurt anybody to offer some gemstones?
I mean about the gala and the ticket and who I should take.
Oh, you're still on that?
Spike, how do I choose?
Oh, that's
If I don't
great.
choose, will the other 4 be mad at me? I mean, I could give up my ticket and give away 2, but that would still leave 3 disappointed ponies. What if I...
Ah, your food.
Oh, thank you.
I still say the answer's literally sitting right in front of you.
Much clearer once-
Also, that sandwich looks more enticing than it should.
Madame, are you going to eat your food in the rain?
It's not raining.
Uh...
What's going on?
Hi there, best friend forever I've ever had.
Oh yeah, Pegasi can manipulate the weather, can't they?
What are you...
That was mentioned in a comment on one of the previous episodes.
Was generous pony about to get rained on, so I thought I'd kick a hole in the clouds to keep her dry so she could dine in peace. That's
I'm loving Twilight's reactions to bullshit.
By doing me extra special favors, are you?
Me?
no, of course not.
Uh-huh.
Seriously, I'd do it for any pony.
Those clouds are really low in the sky. It looks like they're barely a couple stories off the ground.
Accepting unwanted favors, so I'd appreciate it if you'd close up that rain cloud right now.
Ugh, fine.
That's better.
Aw, no, Twilight, what have you done? Aww.
It's raining. No, really?
Come with me.
Was that a saddle-mounted umbrella? That's kind of neat.
Oops. Sorry.
Oh, is this? Oh, I think this is the place where she tried on all those outfits before, isn't it?
We are
I think so.
the best of friends, are we not? And you know what the best of friends do? Makeover!
Don't say that word. My penis begs you.
I mean, thank you, but
It's too tight. There. Oh, you're simply darling.
yeah, it is kind of pretty, isn't it?
I'll be honest, I don't get the deal with clothes in Pony Society. I mean, they dress up from time to time, but I don't know, I just don't get it. I rest my case.
Ugh, I told you I don't want any part of this girly gala gunk. See you back at the library.
Nice frills, bro.
Oh, who needs him anyway? This is all about you and how fabulous you'll look
look at the Grand Galloping Gala. Wait, the Grand...
And oh my goodness, what a coincidence. I happen to have an ensemble...
Are those mirrors back there?
matches yours to a T.
There's no reflection in them.
The ball, you and I. Everyone would be clamoring for our attention. All eyes would be on us. And then everyone would finally know the most beautiful, most talented, most sophisticated pony in all of Equestria is Rarity the
You know, at first I thought she had a semi-legitimate motivation to go to this thing, but now I'm not so sure.
I see what's going on. You're just buttering me up so I give you the extra ticket. Well, it's not gonna work. You're going to have to wait for my decision just like everyone else. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've been trying all day just to get some lunch.
Did some pony say lunch?
Oh, goodness.
You've got to be kidding me.
That right there's, like, more than you wanted to sell at the damn gala. And here I thought you were a decent business... owner. Business mayor. Business mayor. Yeah, I got this.
Is that a yes?
No, no! I don't know who I'm giving the ticket to, and all these favors aren't making it any easier to decide. In fact, I'm less sure now than I was this morning.
So, that's a maybe?
I never thought being showered with favors would be so aggravating.
Fluttershy reminds me of Snow White.
Not you too.
Why? I can't imagine.
I hope you don't mind, but we're all doing a little spring cleaning for you.
It's summer.
Oh, well, better late than never, right?
I know Twilight's staying in this library, but it's not... I mean, it's not really her place, right? So Fluttershy's really just doing a public service.
I'm doing this because you're my very best friend, right, Angel? Oh, yes, we are just doing this for the ticket.
Who is this rabbit, and why is Fluttershy, like, deferring to her?
Well, this was all very nice of you.
Or him, I don't
I'm
know.
not accepting any extra favors until I've made my final decision. So I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Twilight is my
Oh, good.
Pinky.
cutest, smartest, all-around best pony.
Pinky.
I bet if I throw a super duper fun party,
Pinky.
she'll give her extra ticket to the gala to me. Yes.
Well, Twilight pretty much stole my commentary.
The ponies tried to be subtle about the ticket.
Wait, what ticket? What gala?
Oh, you didn't know? Twilight has an extra ticket to the Grand Galloping Gala. The Grand Galloping Gala. I ever told you how much I love your name?
I swear, there isn't a single male pony anywhere. Unless I'm an idiot and don't know how to distinguish them.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna...
Benny Hill? Some variation of Benny Hill, of the Benny Hill theme, anyway. Spike was wearing a fucking coconut bra. Why? Why does that exist?
Warn me next time you're gonna do that.
I didn't even know it was gonna happen. Now quick, lock the door.
Really? What were you trying to do then? Whoa, hold on. Am I crazy, or was it just daytime about 10 seconds ago?
It's important to all of you, and I just can't stand to disappoint any of you, and giving me gifts and doing me favors won't make any difference, because you're all my friends, and I want to make you all happy, and I can't. I just can't.
Twilight sugar.
You can always pretend you lost
So
them,
much pressure on you.
or actually lose them.
I don't want the ticket anymore. You can give it to some pony else. I won't feel bad. I promise.
Me too. I feel just awful that I made
God, Twilight looks like she's in pain.
It's no fun upsetting your friends.
Twilight, it was unfair of me to try to force you as I did.
Yes! That means the ticket is mine! I get the ticket.
Am I an asshole for finding that funny?
You know,
signature moves for the Wonderbolts anyway.
Fucking I called that shit.
About going to the gala, but I couldn't see how ungung-ho we were making you.
We're sorry, Twilight. Spike, take down a note. Dear Princess Celestia, I've learned that one of the joys of friendship
No, I'm so glad to hear that. That's such a relief. Just immediately, Spike, write a letter.
So, though I appreciate the invitation, I will be returning both tickets to the Grand Galloping Gala. What? If my friends can't all go, I don't want to go either.
Twilight,
Noble.
to do that.
Nope, I've made up my mind. Spike, you can send the letter now.
Now you won't get to go to the gala either.
It's okay, girls.
Thanks for the update,
I
Fluttershy.
can't enjoy myself without my best friends there with me. So I would rather not go at all.
I like how Spike sorta...
Well, wallop my withers.
Wait, what?
Isn't that just like a boy? Can't handle the least bit of sentiment.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
A letter from
No
the
shit.
princess? That was
I was genuinely confused for a moment.
Faithful student Twilight, why didn't you just say so in the first place? 6 tickets to the Grand Galloping Gala!
Now we can all go.
You know, I'll be honest. I did not see that coming. Yeah.
Allow us to treat you to dinner. What a great way to apologize. And to
Oh, right. She's been starving all episode, hasn't she?
How come I don't get a ticket to the gala?
You fairy.
And one for you, Spike.
I do not think this is how Smog would have acted when he was your age. Okay, that place, that city, Canterlot, I think that's Canterlot anyway. I just want to say, it looks fucking cool. It reminds me of, another Lord of the Rings reference. It reminds me of Minas Tirith, jutting out of the mountainside. And any place that looks like that is a place I would happily visit and retire to. Anyway, it appears that that'll do it for episode 3 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. For starters, I have to confess, I didn't anticipate that this show would take a turn like this. The first couple episodes led me to believe that the narrative style, or the narrative focus, would be on a single overarching storyline. I mean, let's face it, the precedent was set pretty clearly. Episode 1 ended with a cliffhanger, and episode 2 began with a recap. I presumed that this would be the format for the series. It made sense to me from a plot perspective as well. You know, even though the elements of Harmony were recovered and Nightmare Moon was redeemed and Harmony restored, I nevertheless expected that the following episodes, if not the entire season and beyond, would explore that storyline further. I hope it is explored further at some point. I think it has a good deal of potential. Now, all that said, I'm not as confused about this shift as I probably would be if it hadn't been brought up in a comment on one of the previous videos, that this is essentially the approach that the series will adopt going forward. The self-contained episodic stories in lieu of an ongoing storyline. I can't say I'm not somewhat disappointed by this, in all honesty, but hey, I mean, I've been shocked at just about every turn so far. And to be fair, okay, let's talk about the episode at hand. Overall, it was decent, if fairly predictable. Yeah, that's probably my chief criticism, is that it was predicated on a pretty time-worn concept. The whole issue of not having enough of something and trying to choose between your friends. I feel like I've seen that exact conflict come up multiple times, come up in cartoons, multiple times over the course of my life. And I just found it sort of underwhelming in that respect, especially compared to the first 2 episodes, which I think are much more unique. More unique than a lot of crap I've seen in recent years, anyway. But yeah, this one was pretty formulaic. I knew in general what was going to happen from around the, 3-minute mark onwards. It was not difficult to divine, trust me. Until the end anyway. I freely admit that I did not see that coming. I figured that none of them would wind up with tickets. So like I said, I do think it was decent. And it was decent mostly because of the details. The little things in this episode that entertained me collectively compensate for the slight deficit of originality. There was a good handful of funny moments here. I was laughing at several... Well, if you've been listening, then you know I was laughing at several points throughout the episode. Another thing I like is how each of the main characters has, like, a wildly different interpretation of what the gala... What is it called again? The Grand Galloping Gala. That's what it is. I like how they each have their own, not only their own vision of the gala, but their own plans for the gala as well. Some more worthwhile than others, as far as I'm concerned. But regardless, I appreciate the fact that they're not a bunch of clones, number one, and that they're not quite as frivolous as they could have been. Well, okay, Pinkie Pie is. I can't defend her in good conscience. Nor do I really want to. She gets on my nerves. I mean, again, they all have individual motivations of varying validity, but Pinkie is the only one whose goal seems to be nothing more than a repetition of what she apparently does all the time. At least the others have goals that seem to be exclusive to the gala itself, you know? Okay, so that's that. This episode, not what I'd call great, but engaging enough and with enough little gems spread across it to keep me moderately entertained, for the most part. As a final word, I feel sort of obligated to tell you who I would have given the ticket to if it was my choice. And assuming I actually had 2 tickets only. Applejack, I think. Her cause strikes me as the most sensible and advantageous. So with that, I'm finished. Finally. Barring any more issues, expect episode 4 in about a week. Fingers crossed.